Welcome back to the channel. Now I am going to say regarding the concept of how to construct the parsing table for the given grammar. Parsing table. So while constructing the parsing table, the following are the things we have to know is first we have to construct the first of a given grammar. Next, follow of a given grammar. Third one, after that you can construct the parsing table, and we have to know regarding what is a terminal and what is non-terminal. So first I have to know these basic things before going to the concept. First let us see one by one. So regarding the concept of first and follow of a given grammar, we have already told in the previous video. So if you want to know regarding the concept of first and follow, please go to the previous video and you can see regarding the concept of terminal. What the meaning of terminal and non-terminal means? Terminals can be represented. What are the things which are represented with small letters, a small a to small z, numerical values, so on, and special symbols. Everything comes under the terminals. And non-terminals means what are the things which are representing with capital letters are termed as non-terminals. So these are the basic things which you have to know while constructing the parsing table. So let's take an example, and now let us construct the parsing table for a given grammar. So I will take a grammar. So E is a grammar, gives rise to capital T, capital E dash. E dash is a grammar, plus T E dash or epsilon. T is a grammar, capital F, capital T dash. T dash is a grammar, star F T dash or epsilon. F is a grammar, gives rise to ID or capital E. So this is a grammar given for us. So first find out the first and follow of a given grammar. First follow. So what is the first of capital E? Capital T. So now I will say what is the first. So what is the first of capital E means what is the first variable in capital E? Capital T. So here capital T is a non-terminal variable, so we won't consider that variable. So now come to the capital T grammar. What is the variable I am having here? Capital F. So capital E, F is also a non-terminal variable. So come to the grammar capital F. So what is the value I have in a capital F? ID comma another grammar is open brace. So next E dash. What is the first of E dash? Plus comma epsilon. So next T. F is a non-terminal, so come to F, ID comma open brace. Next T dash, star comma epsilon. Next F, ID comma open brace. So this is the first of a given grammar. So next let us see follow of a given grammar. So now see first follow. First what is the variable I am having here? Capital E. So now you check where the capital E is representing in our complete grammar. So E dash, E dash, E dash. So here is the only place I am getting a capital E. So one thing while doing the follow is whatever the follow you are doing, first variable you have to mention first with the dollar symbol. Why? Because this is where whatever the value, starting value you have to keep dollar symbol. So in a first, what is the kept dollar symbol? Next see we are doing for capital E grammar. So you check in the right hand side where capital E is representing. So here is the only place we are getting a capital E value. So what is the follow of this capital E? Means follow means what is the next variable to capital E? Close brace. So that is the follow of the given grammar. So next E dash. What is the follow of E dash? So where the E dash is representing. Here I have follow E dash. Here I have E dash. What is the follow of E dash means? What is the next variable of E dash? I didn't have any follow variable for E dash. So what I will do is I will represent one with a dollar symbol. Why? Because I didn't have any follow variable for E dash in this location. So now see, anywhere E dash is representing. So here I have E dash. So here also I didn't have any variable next to E dash. So follow of E dash is nothing. So what I will do is I will again represent dollar symbol. So here there are two dollar symbols. So no need to repeat again. So now come to the E dash grammar. What is the variable I am having here in E dash grammar? Plus. So plus is a terminal symbol. So I have written plus. So dollar and plus is a follow of the grammar capital E dash. So come to the capital T. So what is the follow of capital T? So where the capital T is here. So what is the follow of capital T? Capital E dash. So now you observe where the capital T is representing. So here capital E dash. So capital E dash is a non-terminal variable. So now come to the capital E dash. What is the variable I have in capital E dash? Plus. So again where the capital T is representing, you observe capital T, capital T. Here the capital T is having. So what is the follow of capital T here? I didn't have any variable here. So I should represent with the dollar symbol. So again anywhere capital T. So like that you see all the locations where that particular value is representing. So I have a closed brace also as a follow variable. So next coming to T dash. So what are the follow for T dash? So you observe where the T dash is representing. So here I have T dash. So what is the follow of T dash? I didn't have any variable. So I have written first dollar. It is fine. So here I have T dash. What is the follow here? I didn't have anything. So come to the T dash grammar. So what is the first variable I have? Star. Okay, fine. What is the next variable I am having? So another variable, come to again T dash. So now come to the grammar. Here I have closed brace also. So closed brace. These are the follow variable for T dash grammar. So now what is the follow of for capital F? So you see where the capital F is representing. Here I have capital F. So what is the follow of capital F? Capital T dash. So T dash is a non-terminal. Again you come to the T dash. What is the thing I have? Star. So here again you observe where the T dash is. Here I have T dash. So again it will come here star F. It is giving what is the next variable I have? Follow of star F. So come to the F. What is the variable I have? Dollar open brace. So these are the follow variables, first variables of a given input grammar. So now let us draw parsing table for the given input grammar. So observe, while drawing the parsing table for the given input grammar, what are the things we have to do? Means identify what are the terminals in your grammar and what are the non-terminals in our grammar, isn't it? So what are the terminal values I have? Capital E dash, capital T, capital T dash, capital F. So these are the variables I am having. So next, what are the terminals I am having? So you identify. So plus, star, ID, open brace, closed brace. Here epsilon is also the terminal value, but this parsing table will not take epsilon value. So what I will do is, in the place of epsilon you have to write a symbol dollar. So this is how you have to keep the variables. So now let us construct the tree. So see, what is the first of value, first of capital E, ID. So that is why I will write come to E grammar and come to the position of ID. So 1 minute, if we draw the lines, it will be somewhat easy. So now observe what is the first of E. What is the first of E? ID and open brace. So come to the E grammar and come to the position of ID. Write this grammar. E tends to TE dash. So and come to open brace. Write this grammar. E tends to TE dash. So this is what the thing. So now come to E dash grammar. What is the first of E dash? Plus and epsilon. So come to the E dash grammar and come to the plus position. Write E dash tends to plus TE dash. This is what the thing we will write, and you observe very carefully now. Next, what is the symbol we have? Epsilon. If you, this parsing table will not support epsilon. Whenever you find the epsilon symbol, what you have to do is, you have to go to the follow of that particular grammar, isn't it? You have to go to the follow of the particular grammar, capital E dash. So what are the follow variables in capital E dash? Dollar and plus. So come to the position of dollar. So write the grammar. Capital E dash tends to epsilon, and in place of plus, write the value. So come to the next grammar. What is the next grammar? I have T tends to FT dash. So what is the first of these values? ID and open brace. Come to the position of ID. T tends to FT dash and open brace. T tends to FT dash. So these are the follow for the given grammar. So come to the T dash grammar. What is the first of T dash grammar? Star comma epsilon. Come to the T dash grammar. Come to the star. Write T tends to star FT dash. And what is the next grammar? I have epsilon. So what the point we have to remember? Whenever you find epsilon in the first of a grammar, you should come directly, without second thought, you should come to the follow of that particular grammar. So what is the follow of these variables? Dollar, star and close brace. Come to the position of dollar and write the grammar. T dash tends to epsilon. Come to the closed brace. Write the grammar. T dash tends to epsilon. Come to the position of star and write the value. So this is how you will write, isn't it? So what is the last value? F tends to ID. So what are the values in F? ID comma open brace. Come to the position of ID. F tends to ID and open brace. So come to the place of open brace, write to F tends to capital E. So this is how we have to generate the parsing table for a given input grammar. So this is what the overall topic. First, while doing the parsing table, first you have to find out the first of a given grammar and the follow of the given grammar. Then we have to construct these parsing tables. While constructing these parsing tables, first we have to write all the non-terminal variables, whatever we have, in a vertical manner. In a horizontally, what are the terminals you have, write down all the terminal variables. So whatever the variables are matching, you replace in that positions. And another point is, wherever you find epsilon symbol, you don't write that epsilon symbol, you directly go to the follow of that particular grammar. That is what the overall summary of this concept. Thank you.